Hi friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh. Today we are going to discussing about a very first model. It is waterfall model. In SDLC, this is the first model. It is introduced that one. It is basically the execution happen the sequence order, which means that is outcome of the one stage is equal to the input of another stage. Like it is a sequence order. It will start one and it will end with the last. Starting to ending it will goes and which is the one first stage is completing right in the stage which is the coming for output. It is the input for next stage. That's why it is by default they are calling as a linear sequential life cycle of model. Like is completed one line, it will go. To avoiding the overlapping of issues or multiple pages, every stage should be complete before moving to the next stage. Means if you are started at the first stage, you have to completely complete that first stage. Then only you need to go for the next stage. In case if you are not completing the first stage, you don't have access to go for the next step because which is a stage which is completing that stage outputs, it will go for the input for next stage. That's why you have to complete a first, then only you have to transfer to the next stage. Otherwise you don't want to move that. Here when we have the life of critical and like basically in this design phase what will happen, waterfall model basically which is a fixed requirement like hospital application, military applications, they can able to use for this waterfall model because once they're going to develop an application, there is a fixed requirement. They will not change further in the future also. They will definitely they will make it as a fixed amount of application, then only you can able to uh, go for the waterfall model. Here the waterfall model by default the previous stage and to requirement to transfer to the next stage, and next stage to from design stage, and design stage to coding to testing to development. Like that it will goes one by one. This is flow for first to seven things it is presented. First, they will check requirement, gathering everything from the client. Then once it is approving feasibility, application they can able to do or not. Like that they will test. Once feasibility studies completed, then only the design will start. If design is everything is completed, then it will go for the coding to testing to installation, then it will go for the maintenance. These are the seven stages present in waterfall model. Requirement, basically requirement collection, what will happen, the BA analyst, the business analyst, he will go for client. He will get the information from client side. He will prepare one requirement collection, that is called a requirement specification document. And each company they will call a different way, either software requirement specification document or customer requirement specification document, business requirement specification document. Like that they will call a different names based upon the company's wise. Here the features, why the waterfall models, basically they are going, some of the features will present right each model. Here basically it will a simple language so it can be easy to understand by the stakeholders, and the specification should be in the proper flow. Means once you started the first flow, you have to go for the end also. You need to prepare a flow. Once you need to understand the flow, then only the requirement can able to understand developer, they can able to do development, right? For that is a fixed amount of like a simple language and also fixed requirement, and it's a simple paperwork, and one of the linear structure of specification they need to maintain. The requirement should be countable. Every requirement is accountable. Feasibility, basically once the requirement is completed, it will go for the feasibility study. In the feasibility study, what will happen, the human resources, business analyst, architect, everybody will sit and gathering the based upon the requirement, they will started for whether we can able to do or not. Like that they will test. In every member they will check what are the things, basic things, right? The important like legal, technically, operationally, economically, whether they can able to the company legally, like how, right? Legally, can the company handle the project cyber law, otherwise monitoring the agreements, like that, like they can able to do cyber networks, something happen, right? Like that they can able to provide the cyber security or not. Like that they will check technology wise whether they are using a new technology or not, whether they can able to support our application is well and good or not. They can able to check operational feasibility, like the company should be able to generate the operation that given by the client. Like client is given some requirements, right? Whether he can able to fulfill that requirements or not, they will check. Economically company can able to handle the project given a budget or not, a scheduled time, whether the company can able to uh, given time they can able to submit the project or not. Like that they will test, check. Once everything is okay, yes, the company they can able to provide in time, like schedule time, economically company is good, and they can able to within the budget also, and operationally wise also they can able to handle. Like this, once they fix and they will go for the next stage is design. In this design what will happen, there are two type of designs are present, one a high level design and low level design. High level design is basically architect level member and senior developer, they will sit and they will decide the decision tables and flow diagrams and tree of the application, everything they can able to sit and do that everything. And low level design they will do that UI, but here design phase we are not getting any coding source code, and we are getting as a paperwork, like documentation, UI design and flow of the application and flow charts, decision tables, and everything they are going to do in the high level design. Architect level members and senior developers they will sit and they will do that. And coding, basically the developer is going to start once the design is completed. Developers do the test development, they will develop, they can develop entire source code in this coding stage. Once they develop based upon the requirement, like a client which language they will ask, C sharp, Java, Python, what kind of programming language they will ask, right? Based upon that, developer develop the program based upon the requirement specification and also flowchart and design. Once the developer develop the complete application, they will send to testing stage. In testing stage, basically tester can test the entire application, and they will go for the based upon the requirement of which is the requirement is coming to client, right? In that, based upon that requirement specification document, they will prepare test cases. And in this test case, they will go for application testing. They will find defects, and again they will send to developer and they will fix and again retesting. Then they will feel if they are going to happy, yes, this is application is based upon the kind requirement they developed and everything is fine, there is no defect, then they will say to sign off. Once testing team given sign off, then they will go for installation in client server. In the client server, what will happen once the client server is everything is fresh, the development and testing is everything is completed, they're going to installing a application into client, and client will start one round of testing whether the in a client environment is working or not for a particular application or not, everything they will test. In case client is getting some errors, they will give some they will raise the defects, and that defects will go for the next stage, and everything is resolved, and then they will go to installing for end user systems. End user, basically they will start testing and they will use for application. In the maintenance time, in case end user facing any defects, then they will raise on that. In the maintenance time, developer develops, and this maintenance are also based upon the customer. In case customer is asking to the company to provide the maintenance for application, then they will raise the concern, then developer is going to develop that particular defect they're going to fix and test a test, and it will go for again for end user. Like this all the phases is presented. What are the advantages presented in this application? Advantage is basically the requirement should be clear. Means before starting the project, you must clear the requirement. Then only you have to go for application. Otherwise, no. It should be smaller project. Like it's suitable for smaller projects. It's not a big projects. It isn't because big project definitely they will change requirement middle also. But waterfall model it will not allow to change. And this model is easy to understand as well as easy to use. It will allow us to arrange the task efficiently. Means because it is going for flow of right, it will not start middle of another stage. That's why it will go for stage, and it is effectively we are able to arrange tasks. Release level changes are also allowed, and procedure and results are well documented because once the completion of the application, right here we are going to maintain the documentation well. The result of the application, what exactly developer develops, everything is perfectly they will document it. Disadvantage this one is parallel. It is not supporting for parallel deliverables, which means the two teams cannot work together. The waterfall model does not provide the requirement changes and requirement reviews. Means middle of the project, they will not allow to change the requirement because one stage to another stage. A first stage is started requirement that is completed, then only it will go for the next stage inputs. Where first stage requirement is complete, that output is become next stage input. That's why middle of the project they will not allow to change the requirement. When waterfall mode is invited, there is no concept of testing. That's why developers develop the tester the application. Changes are not allowed because one phase is dependent on another stage. Background tracking is not possible. It is time consuming process because once it is fixed, then only because if requirement is not completed within a time, we need to wait until the requirement is complete. Otherwise, it will not go for next stage. They will not start the basic requirement, right? That's why it will take time consuming. That's all about is waterfall model advantages and disadvantages. If you like this video, please like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.